next task is creating a ledger. Ledger means where the entries will be stored, actuals. So the task is create ledger. So we would say company. For which company you are creating the ledger. So ledger in Hindi, if you remember, it's a book. Like Marwadis and Baniyas have this book, very old is this red book, where they store all the transactions, how much we have sold, how much we have paid in the entire day. It's a kind of ledger. It's like a book where you store the transactions. So create ledger, the task, you put the company Twitter, and we are doing this in series. And you have to do this in series only, this is order only. Then actual ledger type would be actuals only, all the time. Okay, here. The next task after this is create ledger year and periods. You have to give a company with the fiscal year. Okay, so this has created the ledger year and ledger period. Even we have assigned it at the company accounting level in the fiscal schedule, but we have to create the ledger year and period also as per Workday methodology. Like once you have assigned the fiscal schedule, already created 22 there. So ideally, as per the current defaults, maybe Workday is saying that even if you have created the year, remember we had created the fiscal schedule stating 2022, but we have not stated that this company would use this fiscal year. So that come to this task. If you remember, we have selected the year. Here. Now the next task is opening the ledger periods. We'll go to mass update. Ledger period status. This doesn't have access. Okay. Let's go to Andrew Carlton only. Profile, and we'll assign the accounting manager to him. Because of the role access, that task is not appearing up. So we'll assign that role to him. So we'll go to security profile and roles add remove. So right now we're trying to open the ledger period, but for that accounting manager role needs to assign this company, someone. So we'll assign that role to him, Adam Carlton. So plus in here, we'll click on this role enable for our Twitter. And manager, and check this. Now go here. Say mass. Now the task is building up. Now we have to use 122. Company is Twitter. Okay. Because we are doing practice and training here, so we'll open all of the periods. So that's why selecting all periods, sort them by period like in alphabetical orders, and filter by book code means I have not given a specific book code, so open all book here and show pending transactions. So sometimes when you are closing book, you click on this checkbox here to show you if any pending transaction is there before you close the book. So okay here, and we'll click on this select all, either by instead of clicking this one by one, we'll click on this select all. We'll go to new status and we'll say open. Right now they are created status, and there is a table in PDF that I will share with you, which will say, okay, what you can do when the status is created, in progress, or in closing, and like that. So right now I open all of the periods. There are no transactions for my company, and I'll hit OK here. And now we can post transactions. Now let's go ahead with the creating accounting journal now. Okay, before we create the manual journals, let's go to BP. So creating journal is a business process kind of task. Okay, because it's a process. When you create something, it will go for next level for review, for approvals. Okay, anything which is like one-time activity, like say mass update ledger period status, that's just one activity or task. But creating journal, creating customer invoices, supply invoices is a continuous process. It's not just one-time activity. Okay, so that's why we call them as business process. And find the business process, that typical business process that we are talking about right now. And once we come to business process chapter, we'll talk about in detail, very detailed, how to talk about different business process configurations and so on. But right now, as we are just talking about the journal here, that we're going to start. Accounting journal event. So you can create now, let me spend a few minutes here. You can create the journal business process for your specific company also. It's not like you cannot create business process for your company specific requirements, that you have to use a corporate level business process. No, you can create yours also, and that we'll talk about in chapter 3 or 4 once you come to student supplier chapter, right? Not right now, or business process chapter. So this is the default definition. Default definition means delivered by Workday. Okay, you'll have default configurations and everything in simple words. Let's open it. So right now it has 4 steps. Okay, step A, B, C, D, and that's how we order them. Either A1, A2, A3, if there are multiples, A5, A6, A7, like this. And these are the step conditions. If means a condition. We are seeing this in simple math classes or 10, 12. If is this, that equal to this, X is equal to Y, all those things. Same concept they have used very simply. And it says if the journal contains a control account, then it will go for accounting manager approval. If journal amount is greater than or equal to threshold, then it will go to controller. Now, if you see, we have not assigned this role, controller. Okay, we have assigned the accounting manager, but we have not assigned the controller role to anyone. So we can assign that role to Teresa Serrano. So we'll see that right now. How to assign this controller role? First of all, there are many ways, and that you will learn throughout this course. You can search that person. For example, I want to assign this to Teresa Serrano. I'll search Teresa Serrano here. Go to action. Come on. Now we'll say roles, security profile. Okay. Where's security profile? Why is she there? Yep, here. Assign roles, add, remove. And that would be effective from, let's say, 1st of March. or 4th of Feb. Doesn't matter. Now I'll assign that role controller to her.
True.
Okay, so that BP is done. Now creating journal is just like eating a cake pie or a pie, as we call it. So
Okay.
simply you type create journal. If you have not seen this, I'll show you. Very easy. That's why I love Workday. Super easy. Like even a 10, 12 pass out can also learn this within 1 or 2 months. Like for professionals, just 2 weeks. But for like 10, 12% just to understand, make him understand the concepts and everything. It's just like 1 month or 2 months. But he can also understand it. Now see, create journal, the task. Okay. Suppose you don't know. Okay, let me tell you a few tricks also. Suppose you don't know what is a task. Okay. And but you know the few keywords, but you don't know what exactly it is, how to go to the task. Let me share that magic report with you. Okay. This is you should remember throughout your career. Okay. After working in your project, one project only. Yeah, this way you will remember this like Hanuman Chalisa only. But it's quite easy. View security for securable item. Now here, just type that keyword. For example, I want to know what journal. I want to create journal, manual journal, but I don't know how to create it. So I know journal is a word which is there. So I hit OK here. This is a magic report you should remember for this course. And after that, you will remember it, of course. You need to remind it on daily basis, but it will be very easy. Now you see, we have task here. And very well, it's just web service means EIB. EIB means bulk data upload. Okay. So it's a bulk data upload we are talking about. That is not in the picture. We're talking about manual task. Okay, even if it is a web service you're looking for, you can just go through here and then we'll look at the view security. But right now, we're talking about creating a journal. So if you scroll down, you see create journal. Now another tips and trick I'll share with you. If it's not showing a blue hyperlink here, immediately understand this is a business process access you need, or this is related to a business process. Anytime you don't see any functional area here, blank, immediately understand this is a business process access you need. Okay, and this is the task name, create journal. How do you get to access to this task? Click on view security. Very easy to understand. See, it's a business process security. Now if I open any domain related, it will show a domain there. Domain, see, it's a domain related access you need, it will show you domain. If it's a business process related access you need, it will show you a business process. So let me go to view security. And as you can see, the business process name is accounting journal event. Okay. And these are the security groups who have the access. You don't have to go further also. Immediately understand that you need this one of these security groups mentioned here to create the accounting journal.
General.
Clear?
Yes.
Very easy, actually. Now I'll hit close here and we'll go back. As we know the task name now, it's create journal. We'll go here and we'll create one journal today. Rest will do. So ledger means whatever ledger we had created, remember? We created called create ledger. It doesn't the same thing, means simply give your company name here. Nothing. Twitter. Which accounting date you want to create the journal for? Let's say today's date, 1st or 2nd of May. Okay. Currency is bringing up because we have defined this at the company accounting level. Okay. This date belongs to which period? May period. Journal source. We can create this journal source. I'll show you next meeting. Just remind me how to create this manual journal sources. It's very easy. Very, very easy. Right now, I'll just select one existing value here, manual journal. But if you want to see this, let me show you actually. Very easy. So go to this journal sources, type journal sources. The best part about Workday is you don't need to type you don't need to remember the entire word or phrase. Just even a few keywords, and here you go. So if I type journal source here, then you go to this maintain journal source, and here you define it. Then I'll show you journal source mapping also some other day, not today. So here's you see manual journal is there, 132 items are there. Okay. And if you want to make it as a manual journal source, then you have to click on this first checkbox here. Workday source means it will be used for your operational transactions. Clear? Click on this checkbox means that journal source would be used for your operational transactions. If you select this first journal source here, it would be used manual journal sources. Like this one means this is for allocation operational transaction. This is for allocation asset issue operational transaction and so on. Let me close this. Okay. Book code. If you want to put this any specific book code like local gap adjustments, IFRS or local India textbooks and all those things, you can select that book code here. Okay. And if you go to maintain book code, there you can see all these book codes have been created. So if you want to create one, simply go to maintain book codes. Maintain book codes. Here you have all. Finance, leases, gap, local. You can add more by clicking on this plus button here. We'll simply select nothing here and we'll hit OK. So we'll talk about this in our next class. No need to worry. Let's digest this information first. Practice till here. Okay. Now, as we all know, a journal will have at least a debit and a credit line. Okay. So one would be debit, one would be credit. It's not like somebody asked me why it has to be 2. Can't it be 3 odd numbers? I said yes, it can be, but it has to balance. Suppose I'm selecting here 1000 cash, and I'm selecting bank here. So the journal has to be balanced. It doesn't has to be like 2 lines or 3 lines or 4 lines. It can be anything. You put suspense here. Now let me show you how Workday is so smart here, right? If I put 100 here and let me say 50 on. Now let's see if anything is mandatory here. So these are work types like cost centers and everything. Now, if I hit submit here, system is very smart. You say no, the journal is not balanced. Okay, until it's not balanced, you cannot submit this.
Yes.
I'll say okay, let's do Marwadi Pana, and let me just hit 99. What happens if I just don't submit $1 also? So you have to make it 100 only. Until then, I will not allow you to submit this journal. Okay. Now you see debit and credit is matching. And if I submit here, so first journal, first entry has been done for our company Twitter.